So 100 years ago, almost exactly, in the 31st of October 1917, the British cabinet, so this is the end of the First World War, the Turkish Ottoman Empire is collapsing, the Allied powers are starting to win the war. It's Great Britain, it's France, it's the Italians, and America joined the First World War together with Japan. The British and the French and another number of nations, they were all very interested in the Middle East, of course, which is so strategically important. The British made a very important declaration. It's called the Balfour Declaration because the Secretary of the Cabinet was Lord Balfour. And they made the announcement, the statement, they said, we, the British government, will support the recreation or re-establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. What is Palestine? Palestine is the area that is now known as Israel, the West Bank, and the country of Jordan. It was all a region called Palestine already for 2,000 years. The name Palestine comes from the name the Romans gave it when they destroyed Jerusalem 70 years after Christ. So Palestine is an area, and the international community said the Jewish people came from Jerusalem and Palestine. That's where their kingdom was. And for 2,000 years they've been in the diaspora. Now is the time to help them come home. And also, we will give the other peoples of the Middle East the right to self-determination. So actually what the British were saying is we do not want to colonize Palestine. We want to help the people, the indigenous people, to have self-determination. For Palestine, that was the Jewish people. And Balfour is very important because it was a declaration, so it's not legally binding, but it laid the basis for a decision of the Allied powers in 1920 in a place called San Remo in Italy, where they made the decision to create the Mandate for Palestine. And the Mandate for Palestine basically said that Britain has the role to help the Jewish people create their homeland in Palestine. There was a mandate for Syria, there was a mandate for Iraq, and a mandate for Lebanon. We said we want to help the peoples of these areas to become independent. So that's why we have a state of Syria. That's where the state of Iraq came from, these mandates. And so also the state of Israel came out of the mandate. So it was an extremely important moment in time which enabled this process to start, whereby the state of Israel was created then in 1948, 30 years later. And the state of Israel is a modern state. It's a UN member. It's a fully existing state under international law, thanks to the statement of Balfour in 1917.